Hello, Lorraine here. Just coming in to show you how to make larger envelopes using the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. The largest envelope that this gives you is for a 6 by 8.5 inch card. And some people have asked how we make larger ones. So this is one I made earlier, Blue Peter for style, that it says is for a 12 by 12 card. Now it does say that it fits very snugly. I have to say I don't usually do 12 by 12s, and when it says it fits snugly, it really does. This is from a 12 by 12 paper pad, which seems to be more than 12 on one side, but it is very snug, and that's just one sheet. I don't know if we can get a second sheet in there. Let's have a look. So it would take just literally a flat card that had been folded over. You might have to just adjust the top there a little bit, but it is very, very snug. So either, when you're using the tool that I use, put the measurements in of your card maybe 1/8 of an inch bigger, which will give you, and then still make a 12 by 12 card, and it will give you just that little bit of extra room. Or do a 12 by 12 envelope and make your card just a little bit smaller. And on this one I've just done a little stamp on the front just to pretty it up a little bit. Now to use it, to get the calculations, I use the punch board calculator. Now you can either put envelope punch board calculator into Google and it will take you to the website, or you can type in the website there and it will take you straight to it. So I'll leave that there for a second for you to take a look at, and then we'll move that out of the way. And this is what you'll get. I hope there's not too much glare on this and that you can see it okay. So it'll take you to this website and you scroll down. Now I work in inches. I'm afraid I'm a very old-fashioned person when it comes to measurements. I don't understand centimetres and such, so I stick to inches. And it tells you here what you should use for the card type you're using, and a flat card, and it does say on there the envelope will be very snug, so maybe give a little bit of extra measurement one way or the other. Either take your card down or the card size up to get a bigger envelope, but still make your card at the size you want. Does that make sense? I hope so. And then you can do thick card, which gives you 5/8 of a margin, and it'll take it says it'll take padded layers and 3D elements, and the envelope will be bigger in size and give more room. And then they give you the measurements to do a box envelope as well, which I haven't done yet, I will be honest. I haven't done that one, but if you've got 3D flowers and stuff, but it means that you can do some really big, you can do whatever size you want on here. So the one I'm going to do today, I'm going to put in 14 inches by 12 for my card. That's your card size, so you put 14 by 12 in, and then you scroll down and it tells you the size paper. So I need 19 5/8 of an inch square, and then your punch point is 9 1/8 of an inch. So when you measure for your punch point, you'll do your first one across this side and 9 1/8, but then your next 9 1/8 needs to go across here, and your next, and then you measure 9 1/8 from that side. You don't always measure from the same side. So these, it's from this corner to there, this corner to there, there to there, and there to there is 9 1/8. So we're going to do, I've cut my paper already to 19 5/8 of an inch square. So now we're going to measure our punch points, which we said were 9 inches and 1/8. So 9 1/8 across the top of there, and I mark it with a white pen so that I can actually see where I'm going. And then we need, I'm a bit candid when I do this. I'm afraid I'll do it that way so it's easier for you. So then 9 1/8 of an inch on this side as well. So there. And then you need to go to the, so we've done that corner, so you need to go to the opposite corner and do exactly the same. So 9 1/8 across the top of there. And then 9 1/8 there. And then you need your punch board. And line on your punch board, line your white mark that you've made with your pen into the centre. In here you've got, you can see the centre there. You need to make sure, try and get that white mark as close to the centre of that as you can. Push it all the way back to the back of the board. If you think it's moved, just bring it forward a bit. So take it all the way back, make the punch, and then with this scoring tool, down with the scoring tool, find up against this edge and find the score line and go down. Now remember that this is going to fall off the edge, so be very careful, otherwise you'll rip your paper, but go as close to the edge as you can without falling off the edge, keeping an eye on it. There you go. And then move round to the next one. And pop it in so it's as central as it can be. Punch it, and again all the way down to there. And then moving on to the next one, and being careful again not to go off to the edge. I know with the square ones I can do this, but I don't know if I can. I'm just checking whether that's in the... No, I can't do it on that one. So what you'll need to do now is, because obviously it wasn't long enough to do all the way down on that, so then you just go from that one. Have I got the right side, or have I turned it over? I've turned it over. So, keeping your score lines on the same side. Go from that one and just measure it like that. And using your scoring tool, just complete that score line. And do that all the way around. One more to do. And so you've then got your score lines, and you should see then that where your sides are. So taking a bone folder, put your folds in, and give them a nice burnish. Nice creases. I have found occasionally with this calculator that it is slightly out, and you have to make maybe a minor adjustment on the corners just to neaten it up if you're worried about that. For example, here it's either the calculator or it could be my measuring. So I'm just gonna, all I do is I cut into there, and just neaten it up. So we've done that one, and then taking your final fold and giving it a burnish. And there you have your envelope. And then all I use is some double-sided tape. Now this one doesn't go. You could do this either way actually. Thinking about it, you could either have the long side as your opening, or you could fold those sides in, which I'd have to just take that one and the side that's just a little bit out. I think it's my measuring more than anything. So instead of having that, you could take those side bits in, bring that one up there, and have that, and have it as a top fold, but it doesn't quite meet in the middle when you do that. So I prefer to do it that way. So you bring your side bits in, and then you have an option. You can score across the top and tuck that in, or you can leave it as it is, but remember to only, so put your tape, excuse me, actually before I do that, I'm just going to use the back of the punch board, and I'm going to round off that edge so it's not quite as harsh. It just gives it a nicer edge, and then I could do the same with the bit that's going to be the outside edge as well. And it just makes it not quite so harsh. take your red liner tape and you can find the end. But as I said, don't. So you're just going to take it up to there. Wrong, haven't I? Need one down that side. Still need it on that top bit as well, but normally I put it on the other side, so it should have been on opposite sides. See, Sharon, this is why I don't like doing videos. So then peel off the backing. And fold that down. And you'll feel that that one, because we went for the thick paper, it was it feels as though it's a little bit baggy, but that's because it said it would allow for layers and 3D elements. And again, my measuring's not brilliant, so and there you have it. And then obviously to do the top, I've put that one there by mistake, but I would normally then put red liner tape down those two pieces, down those bits there, and that folds up. And or you can tuck it. I don't know if it'll fit in there, and that won't fit in there. But you can tuck that bit. You could actually fold that bit under if you want to, just to make it look a little bit neater in there. If you're going to do that, I would suggest that you put a little bit of just a little bit of tape under there to hold it in place. And there's your envelope, and then you could decorate the front. But let's see, I haven't got any that measures the exact size, but you saw how snug earlier that it was to put two pieces in there. Well, we've got three pieces here, and again, although it says we will take 12, that's actually better than the other one. So I would always use the measurement in the middle that says thick and not for the flat card, and I would probably put your card size in maybe 1/8 of an inch bigger than you want to make your card, and that will give you just that little, even that little bit more room. And then there's plenty of room in there for you to put 3D elements on, like some have I got anything here I can show you? Bear with me. So for example, if you were doing that but you wanted to layer it up quite a bit, or maybe some 3D elements on it, like a foam thing there. There's still plenty of room for that to go underneath there and layered up. So you could still do a very pretty card on the front and have plenty of room to put that in. Well, I'm sorry, Gillian, it's not the size card you asked me to do, but there's two reasons for that. A, I haven't got the room to film one that size, and I didn't have any any paper big enough to do it. What I would suggest, if you're going to use, if you want to do the really big ones, I can't remember what size you said now, Gillian, it was something like 20 by 14. Use rolls of lining paper, wallpaper lining, from any DIY store that's quite cheap to buy or can be, and then either use your inks, colour it up, or stamp it, maybe put some rice paper on the outside, and just make it look pretty. And hopefully that has answered your questions on how to make large envelopes using a small punch board. Well, thank you for watching, and I apologise if it's not very fluent, but it's my very first one, and Sharon, I don't think I'll be doing any more. Thank you very much. Bye bye.